Hello there everybody, this is a review of my new BSA Ultra SE. This rifle is the new version of the original Ultra and it comes in only a multi-shot edition. At first glances there's some quite obvious differences compared to the old Ultra. The main one being the bolt and the lack of the micro movement cocking handle on the end of the stock. This rifle is obviously multi-shot only, like I said, and I decided to get it in 177 caliber because fancied a bit of a change and been reading online about the flatter trajectories that 177 can offer, and thought, well, as I'm shooting at relatively short ranges anyway, sort of not really further than 50 yards, that 177 would be a decent caliber. Anyway, I've been shooting this all of today, and it's quite an interesting bit of kit, so I'm just going to show you now the rifle up a bit closer. So, the SE edition of this rifle, obviously like I said, has a bolt and a magazine. This magazine is empty, I've just been firing it, so I'm now going to show how you actually get the magazine out. So the first thing to do is lift up the bolt and draw it back. There is then a catch just here. Slide that forward and the magazine just comes out. If I just put the rifle to one side for a second. This magazine is the new edition one, which is like a metallic blue in colour. The old one was the red one. This one is a bit better, apparently. It doesn't jam. Not that I had any experiences of the old one. The pellets I'm using are Air Arms Diablo Field, and I have picked the 4.52mm variety because apparently they go best through the BSA, and I found that with my old Ultra that a certain type did go through well. Now, to load up this magazine, you just get a pellet at a time and just drop it in like that. And then just give it a flick to make sure it's seated. You then have to hold it and put in the next pellet. Again, flick. And each time I'm doing this, I'm just giving it a flick just to make sure that the pellet's correctly seated, and that hopefully I won't get any jams, because again, been reading online about people's experiences with these, and they said providing you load up the magazine correctly, you shouldn't get any problems. Now, just as a side note as well, this magazine is 10 shot in 177, and I am not 100% sure of how many shots it is in 2.2. I presume it's also 10, but just trying to think of the space, that's maybe not always possible. Right, so now the magazine's filled up, you can see the wheel will no longer move, just there. So, putting it back in is just as easy. So you go to the rifle, put the magazine in like so, you pull the catch forward, and then you push the bolt forward. Safety on, I'll make sure I leave that on because you've got to be careful. So that's that loaded. As you can see, I've got my caps off of my windage and elevation points because I've just been zeroing this in. First impressions of the rifle are really, really good. I bought it from the Airgun Centre in Essex, and they do actually provide a certificate, test certificate for this rifle, and I'm just reading it now. It states that using these very pellets that I've been using, it produced an average power of 11.5 foot-pounds, with the highest recorded power at 11.7, which I'm pretty happy with. I don't think I could tune it much higher without making it go a bit too close to the legal limit than what I'd want to. So, thanks for watching this video. I hope at some point in the next week or two to get out and about shooting with it, so I'm going to try make some shooting videos because I've seen enough of them made on YouTube, and I'd quite like to have a go myself. So yeah, thanks for watching this review of the Ultra SE. And if you're thinking of getting one, I do highly recommend the tactical stock. I fancied a change instead of the beach, and it is really, really good. BSA have released what they call the Emerald Edition, which is basically an olive green version of what I've got here. However, the guy at the Airgun Centre explained to me how a lot of the ones they've been selling have had to be returned because the stocks are actually peeling. So BSA have obviously had a bit of a cock up when it comes to painting those the colour they do, however they do them. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll upload a new video soon. Cheers.